the biggest snowmaking operation on the East Coast, and it's right here in the Poconos. Cheering for love, the couples who make the winery what it is, and taking pride in our Poconos Award winners this award season.
What's new at Kalahari Resorts and Conventions? A snow tubing adventure unlike any other with Bri Dee. The unique vacation rental created by artists for artists. And a unique tasting experience not involving wine or beer.
Plus, get to know trip, one of the main ingredients at Barley Creek Brewing Company on the Pocono beverage trail.
Hi everyone, welcome to another Pocono Mountains Magazine, and if you couldn't tell, we are geared up for the winter season. Not for a great one just here at Blue Mountain, but all across the Pocono Mountains.
That's right, our 6 ski resorts are making snow when they can, and it is a massive operation, particularly here at Blue.
Today we're going to divide and conquer. Bri and I are going to head over to Camelback to do some galactic tubing.
Enjoy learning about the snowmaking operation here at Blue, and we'll see you again in a little bit.
Enjoy your ski day.
Sounds like a plan.
Whether you're on skis or on a board, Blue Mountain Resort is in a league of its own with 40 trails, 15 chairlifts, and 2 lodges top and bottom. And every winter, it all starts with the click of a mouse. A state-of-the-art, first-in-its-class snowmaking operation, automated since the mid-90s. And today, the ski industry looks to Blue to lead the way.
It's as simple as a click of a button. Now there's a lot of stuff going on in the background after that click of a button, but it's really utilizing that window of opportunity, like you said, 28 degrees wet bulb and below. It's how much snow can you produce in that window, and it's a race.
Nick Delich and his team at Blue Mountain devote themselves and an arsenal of 550 snow guns and thousands of miles of underground infrastructure to getting this mountain in tip-top shape for the season.
It's a massive undertaking every year, and you hit the nail on the head when you brought up the maintenance side of it, right? So the ski season ends, and day one after, we are back at it, whether it's installing new snow guns, maintaining the 550 that we already have. It's highly technologically advanced.
More than 130 new snow guns in 2025, and the largest water pumping capacity on the East Coast. And the Blue crew can take pride in being ahead of the curve. Look at this massive operation from the air. And from our network of Pocono Mountains live cameras at a half dozen vantage points.
I mean, the investment in snowmaking, we can see it paid off, right? I mean, to open with the most trails in Pennsylvania, to consistently have the most amount of trails open, to, we get these rain events and we're able to just refresh conditions and kind of open like nothing ever happened.
That's why right now at Blue Mountain, we have the most open terrain in Pennsylvania. And not only is it the most open terrain, but it's fantastic conditions that our guests continue to come here year after year because they expect it and we deliver every year.
From the very top of the mountain, all the way to the bottom and every place in between, Blue Mountain Resort has elevated the game, pouring millions of dollars into the snowmaking technology. And even when there's no snow in the city or other parts of the Poconos, if it's cold enough, you can rest assured it's snowing at Blue Mountain.
I mean, conditions are everything, right? And it's everything for that advanced skier who, might be hitting PA's highest vertical and, looking for those double black diamonds, but also for the beginner too, right? You want them to have really great conditions to learn on because if their first experience is great, they're going to keep coming back and they're going to stick with the sport.
It's a unique job, nothing else like it out there. You have the opportunity to take a grass landscape and turn it into a winter wonderland practically overnight. It's an incredible job.
An incredible operation that makes snow, and in turn makes Blue Mountain a premier winter destination in the Poconos. Jim Hamill for the Pocono Television Network.
One of the coolest winter experiences you can imagine.
On this Bri Dee coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
Tour the unique vacation rental, bringing inspiration to artists of all ages.
More great stories on Pocono Mountains Magazine coming up. First, some PocoNotables from across the region. Honesdale hit the headlines in the Philly Inquirer, calling the Poconos town, quote, hotter than ever, and featuring PTN regulars like Native and the Wayne County Arts Alliance.
Monroe County held a kickoff event to celebrate joining forces with America 250 PA. The organization aims to engage all 67 Pennsylvania counties and residents ahead of America's 250th anniversary in 2026. Local artists are encouraged to submit designs for a bell to be displayed in Monroe County, along with decorative keystone cutouts.
Shredding the slopes for a cause here in Monroe County.
WNEP TV hit the slopes last month at Camelback for the Boarding for Breast Cancer charity event, raising money and awareness for early detection and prevention.
They're finding them on the maps, they're taking selfies, pictures of themselves, pictures of their kids with the snowmen. I think it's just a great family experience.
The life-size snowmen of Stroudsburg are still in the spotlight, this time with WBRE TV. Don't forget there's still time to find your favorites. The nearly 60 sculptures created by local artists are on display in downtown Stroudsburg and beyond through Friday, February 21st.
And Forbes highlighted lots of the wintry fun in the Poconos for families or solo adventure seekers, including places like Woodlock, Camelback, Blue Mountain, Skytop, Shawnee Mountain Ski Area, as well as Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort.
It's the Pocono Mountains. We're in the fun business. With our world-class water park resorts, when it's cooling down outside, it's still summer inside. Our cutting-edge attractions are just so much fun, both indoors and out. You decide, then completely unwind from that fun-packed day. 3 great water parks, all in one awesome place. The Pocono Mountains. It's in Pennsylvania, the great American getaway.
Want to maximize the potential of your vacation rental property? Get tips from the pros at the Poconos Short-Term Rental Conference, the 2nd year now hosted by the Poconos Association of Vacation Rental Owners. March 6, 2025 at Kalahari Resorts and Conventions. Hear from dynamic presenters in the industry, network with fellow rental hosts, and tap into a wide array of vendors. To learn more and register, go to PoconosSTRconference.com.
It's Bri.
And Dee, welcome to one of the coolest winter experiences you can imagine. We're here at Camelback Resort where they've taken snow tubing to a whole new level.
The Poconos is home to the country's 2 largest snow tubing parks, and tonight we're bringing you along to one of them. Let's go have some fun. Here we go!
So Corey, tell us a little bit about what you guys offer here at Camelback with snow tubing.
Okay, so our snow tubing here is awesome. So we're open during the day and at night. We have about 40 lanes, so you have a lot to choose from. We know that our skiing sometimes can be a little bit intimidating, so it's great for beginners to come and to be able to really experience the snow and just have a great time out on the mountain.
Oh my goodness!
So you can ride the magic carpet up. You can look around a little bit, watch everybody else going super fast down the mountain. And then once you get to the top of the mountain, then it's your turn.
Are there any restrictions or any requirements?
You have to be 33 inches tall. So when you're 33 inches tall, you do have to ride with somebody else. So it's pretty accessible to a lot of people. If you're vision impaired or if you're in a wheelchair, we could definitely accommodate you here and just to experience what it's like being in the Pocono Mountains and on the snow. So it's really awesome.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And talk about the single or double tubes.
Okay, so the single tubes, that's when it's just you on the mountain, so you're flying down. With the double tube, then you get to ride with somebody. You know, you could ride with your significant other, with a friend, with family members. Sometimes it even makes you go a little faster, so that's what I like to do. I like to do the double tube.
When the sun goes down, the party comes up here at Camelback at night. Can you talk about like the nighttime experience with the lights, the music? What's the vibe?
So during the day, it's awesome and you get the nice sunshine, but at night, that's when the party starts. So we have our lights going and it's a really like immersive experience. You get to just be underneath the stars in the beautiful Pocono Mountains, and then you could just ride down the lanes and you have all the lights going, the music going. You could hang out, have some food, have some drinks. It's just a great time to come here and hang out.
Like a full experience.
Oh yeah, you could spend a little bit of time here for sure, yeah.
So talk to us about the experience here at the base of the snow tubing hill.
When you're done with snow tubing, you can come by and warm up in one of these fireplaces, which is super toasty and everybody always loves them. Right, I know, I'm trying to sneak in a little bit now. We also have our waffle cabin, which you could smell while you're snow tubing, and we have our tap bar that we have that you can get a drink. We have our Chuck Spud Shack and get some delicious French fries, and we also added our Rakuta ramen down here. A nice hot bowl of ramen sitting by the fire, looking at the snow tubing. I mean, I can't get better than this.
And tell us about sister property and Camelback, how you are the two largest snow tubing parks in the country.
Our sister mountain, Blue Mountain in Palmerton, is home to the largest snow tubing park in the USA. We're fighting to be, number one, but we're number two right now.
And tell us about the USA Today 10 Best.
Yeah, so we love to brag about that we were voted #1 best place for snow tubing by USA Today's 10 Best Reader's Choice. So we won that in 2023 and in 2024. So we are a all-season resort. We offer something every season for all ages, for whatever you want to do. So we have our Aquatopia, our indoor water park, which is great. That's all year round. So I know some people even like to warm up in there after a little time at snow tubing, or if you're on the slopes, it's always 84 and sunny in there, so it's great. And then we also have our Camelback Mountain Adventures, which features our 1,000-foot zip line, our 4,000-foot zip line, our mountain coaster, just a lot of fun things to do during our green season. We also have our Camel Beach water park, our outdoor water park, and then we also have, of course, our skiing and riding that also runs from December to March, early April. We have 39 skiable trails, and then we also have our indoor lodging, and so you can stay over and experience all the adventures all at once. So it's really an all-season resort that we have here. So you can learn more at camelbackresort.com to get more information.
Back here at the snow tubing park, we're warming up by the fire, enjoying some good eats and hot chocolate.
Yep. Cheers. Camelback snow tubing is the perfect way to add a little extra magic to your winter getaway, so grab your family, your friends, and get ready for an unforgettable adventure.
Speaking of adventures, we'll see you for our next one. But until then, we're Bri Dee with the Pocono Television Network. Whether you're an artist looking to get inspired or just have an appreciation for the arts, we found the perfect place to stay overnight in the Pocono Mountains. This rental is busy with bookings, but the owners were able to fit us in for a quick tour before the next guests check in. Come inside. A blank canvas waiting for you to create unforgettable memories. The Artist Studio Loft in Scott Run is not your typical vacation rental. Throughout the 3 bedrooms and common areas, you'll find a variety of artwork on the walls, all brought to life by local artists. Most pieces are for sale and rotated every few months for a fresh perspective every time you stay. Draw inspiration from what's around you and come up with your own creations at dedicated art spaces set up for kids and adults, supplies included.
Looks like he did 3 trees.
Thomas Dillon, an artist himself, founded the Artist Studio Loft with help from his 4 children, including sons Marcus and Nicholas. They've added vintage touches such as record players, games, and phones that talk between rooms, including this candlestick telephone from 1907. Hello?
The master bedroom or the master suite?
The whole atmosphere not only invokes this very artsy style, but also this kind of retro and nostalgic vibe.
It's just like a really good place for the family all around too. There's a little something to do for everybody.
This was the absolute perfect experience, and we would love to stay here again.
This couple enjoys reading the guest book every time they visit. They've stayed in vacation rentals up and down the East Coast, but say this is their favorite.
My God, just look around. Everything in here is inviting to an artist.
It's like a museum. You can walk around, and every time I come in here, the first half an hour, 45 minutes is me just walking around looking at the new things.
Meet three of the artists featured here, who all found their love of art at a young age.
It's done in oil.
Barbara Morsef enjoys painting outdoor landscapes, especially in the Poconos.
It seems to me that people would come and they get a really good chance to look at your artwork, over and over, and maybe fall in love. Who knows?
This is called Stargazer.
For Carrie Buss, art helped her through difficult times with her health. Her first creation, fittingly called Warrior, is on display and for sale at the Artist Studio Loft.
Art is, it helps to kind of navigate the very interesting things that I may feel.
This is actually a painting of a photograph.
Eric Bakke has been part of the local art scene for decades and says this is a unique opportunity for artists to showcase their work outside of traditional galleries and connect with travelers from around the world. He'll also be teaching an art class experience coming soon to the Artist Studio Loft.
This is a great place to spend some time. And it's such a small little space that nobody even knows it's here. But it's perfect for artists and anybody who's interested in just being around other artists too.
Outside, a vibrant mural overlooks the grilling deck along with a cozy fire pit. The garage is being converted into a game room with even more art space for guests. And did we mention this award-winning rental is within minutes of some of the most popular Pocono places? Including Camelback Resort, Great Wolf Lodge, Mount Airy Casino Resort, and the Pocono Premium Outlets, just to name a few.
We love this little house.
Yeah.
You know, and we've found that other people also love this little house. So it's a connection with everyone.
Visit the artiststudioloft.net or your favorite booking platforms to make your next vacation to the Poconos a colorful one. I'm Brianna Strunk with the Pocono Television Network.
Coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine, we're going to open up a bottle of love here at Three Hammers Winery. We're not just the owners, but another couple are about to be newlyweds who work here. We're going to share their love story. That's still to come.
Getting a taste of Pennsylvania's largest organic maple farm, the sweet ways to enjoy everything this property has to offer.
This edition of Pocono Mountains Magazine is presented by St. Luke's Monroe Campus and East Stroudsburg University.
He's trying to get people to know how to watch PTN.
This should be easy.
Uh-huh. He thinks that streaming happens in nature.
How do we sell PTN?
Cable?
Broadcast.
Newspaper.
Streaming?
Streaming, yeah. You can stream a vacation, but you can stream PTN to plan a great one.
Find the PTN app everywhere that you are.
You know, these might be small towns.
But they have a big town feel. Our small towns have fashionable boutiques like the Apple Tree.
And families are gonna love stores like Dunkelberger's Sports Outfitter. I think my son's gonna love this.
Our small towns are big on feel. Find us at PocoNoTelevision.com.
Hi everyone, it's Jim Hamill. This time of year, love is in the air, and nowhere is that more so the case than being uncorked here daily at Three Hammers Winery in Hawley. The owners, Rob and Christine, have been married for years. And Adam and Sarah, who are the brand ambassadors for Three Hammers, they're getting married this year. So we wanted to share their love stories here in the Pocono Mountains as we celebrate love. Enjoy. It's no secret that Three Hammers Winery pours its collective hearts into its bottles. And its winery in Hawley, as well as the Milford Wine and Cheese Company. Just ask Rob and Christine. They have built Three Hammers together.
We love the entrepreneurship of starting something and having wonderful people help us execute it, like Adam and Sarah. It's just, it allows us to bring our brand to different places in the Pocono Mountains.
Employees, more like family. Adam and Sarah have a love story all their own. Together, before they started working at the winery, engaged and planning a wedding this year, all while doing what they love. Are you excited?
Very excited.
Over the moon. The two aren't shy to share their affection for one another and for this place along the Pocono Beverage Trail where they spend their days.
It's always great to see Sarah doing her thing and really being there for the customer too, whether it's, you know, behind the computer with Wine Club or putting together like great presentations and stuff.
I mean, Adam's always here in the tasting room. He's like the face of the tasting room, so everybody always knows Adam. I always say, like, if I happen to be here on like a weekday, I'm like, I'm not always here. I usually find my fiance here behind the counter. So everyone knows Adam, and he's really great at what he does. You know, he's found his passion, which is really cool to see too.
And that passion is led by the couple whose shared values of quality, creativity, and community are the cornerstones of both their marriage and their business.
We love it tremendously. We're super proud and humbled and passionate about what we've created here, and when we hear feedback from everyone that comes in, we're just like, wow, this place is great, your wines are awesome, so it's very rewarding for us.
Yeah.
This shared passion for their craft and commitment to each other have made Three Hammers Winery a true labor of love.
There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that people aren't even aware of, that keeps everything moving from day to day. Hours. From breakfast,
days, weeks,
from breakfast,
months,
coffee talk to making dinner. It's always kind of in the back of your mind.
Planning, coordinating. Be it wine production to special events that we host here at the winery and different things that we're trying to always come up with and make some fun, unique experiences here for people to come and enjoy.
And so it is with both of these couples, a romance that ages like fine wine. Rob and Christine posing here in the mid-90s during a hike to the top of the Delaware Water Gap, a year after saying I do. And Adam and Sarah, forging that bond as co-workers, fiancés, and soon, husband and wife.
Well, I mean, I worked here first. I always like to tell everyone that.
It also helps to love the one you're with and love the work you do.
Yeah.
Here's to you guys. Cheers.
Never leaving you out.
Cheers, guys. Thank you so much.
We do take, you know, the time at the end of the day and sit down like normal people do on their jobs and say, how was your day today?
Yeah.
So it's just that most of the times our days are blended together.
Just like a good
wine.
Just like a good wine.
From the lovebirds at Three Hammers to you, uncork some love with wine and the Pocono Mountains. Jim Hamill for the Pocono Television Network.
Savor delicious flavors, enjoy refreshing cocktails, and immerse yourself in a speakeasy vibe, all coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
A tasting experience unlike any other. Cheers! Coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
This is my idea of relaxation.
Want to learn to ski and snowboard? Go to PocoNoski.com. Kalahari Resorts recently unveiled some new renovations to their lobby, as well as additions with fresh dining spots to enhance your experience. But first, let's take a look at Red's Piano Bar and Lounge, which is the perfect mix of sophistication, entertainment, with a speakeasy vibe. Do we know the password? Yes, we do. Let's take a look. So I'm here with Don, General Manager of Kalahari Resorts. So Don, you guys are always raising the bar to upgrade things in the resort and make every visit for your guests exceptional. So tell me about the new additions.
Sure, Deanna. Well, thanks for joining us here at Red's Piano. This is really our crown jewel of the additions that we just did. This fall, we spent about $8 million and we upgraded our lobby and we added this wonderful piano bar, Red's Piano Bar, and it's live music every single night right here in this beautiful venue. So it's just really exciting to be able to offer these type of opportunities for our guests to just continue to enhance their visits every time they're here at the Kalahari. The piano player comes in prepared to play any requests that anyone might happen to have. We've got a great sushi that we're serving right out of Double Cut that you can have in here in Red's, absolutely. And we have a really, really fun signature cocktail menu. And like, for instance, the cotton candy martini that we have right here. We have great wine list, ales, beers, everything that you want.
So the vibe of the place is kind of like a speakeasy.
It is completely a speakeasy. It's themed as a speakeasy. It's probably the nicest speakeasy I've ever seen in my life, but it's a great speakeasy, yes.
Tell me about the coloring of the building and why red was chosen for Reds.
Well, of course, the name Red's, which is actually named after the red piano in St. Martin. In the Nelson family, they love going to St. Martin, and they go to this little piano bar, this divey piano bar in St. Martin. But if you think about the time of Prohibition and what was going on, and this is all that theme from the turn of the century back in the late 1800s, the early 1900s, and everything was red with the red velvet, and it just kind of matches the entire theme.
Tell me about the other additions. So you added Max and you moved Last Bite in the lobby.
So the whole renovation started in the lobby when we moved Java Manjaro, our We Proudly Brew Starbucks coffee shop, onto the other side of the lobby. And that opened up space for us to upgrade and enhance our Last Bite chocolate and candy store. And it's really fun, and it's bright colors and all of our hand-dipped chocolates, and you can get shakes and dipped ice cream and whatever you want.
I like the caramel apples. They're my favorite.
Those are really fun, and the chefs have a lot of fun with those. And that left all the space on the other side of the lobby, and we built a brand new quick service restaurant called Max, Mac and Cheese Shop. And it is the quintessential comfort food outlet that you can imagine right in the front of the resort, right when you come in the resort. It's got all your favorite mac and cheese dishes. How about Popper mac and cheese, or bacon chicken ranch mac and cheese, or just my favorite is the traditional mac and cheese. It's a fun restaurant, and it's just been getting great reviews since we opened. Adding Max and moving the coffee shop and upgrading the candy and ice cream store, it really finished the lobby out. You know, the lobby's 10 years old already this year, believe it or not. So we are always looking at ways that we can enhance our guest experience and keep our property fresh. So this was a big renovation that we were able to do for our food and beverage program this year.
I love that you're constantly trying to change the guest experience every time they come.
I was talking with some guests the other day that came in between Christmas and New Year's, and they said, now wait a minute, and I knew they had been here before the renovations there. How come you did all of this? I said, just to keep it fresh for you so you can have a great time every time you come.
I love that, keeping it fresh for you guys.
That's it.
Come experience all the new additions at Kalahari Resorts and Conventions here in the Pocono Mountains. Savor delicious flavors, enjoy refreshing cocktails, and immerse yourself in a speakeasy vibe. I'm Deanna Fontanez with the Pocono Television Network.
You've heard of wine and beer tasting, but today we're not along the Pocono Beverage Trail. We are trying a unique tasting of another kind, and Lori is here to show us how it works. Lori, thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming out, Brianna. So, yes, today we're going to be trying some delicious maple syrup that we make right here in the Poconos.
The delightful crunch of elderberry, great on pancakes and in green tea. Cinnamon vanilla, the perfect addition to ice cream or coffee.
That is so smooth. It's so good. I love that one.
And bourbon, a tasty topping for salmon or a Manhattan. It's still smooth while it has a little bite.
It has a bit of a bite to it.
A trip to Pocono Mountain Maple in Newfoundland certainly hits the sweet spot. Our tasting included orange and vanilla bourbon, seasonal syrups barrel-aged for 6 months, and of course the original, which is nothing like what you would get in the grocery store. There's also locally sourced maple yogurt, baked goods, cotton candy, coffee, and cheeses. Now that's good.
Yeah.
That is good. Pocono Mountain Maple is Pennsylvania's largest organic maple farm, spanning 450 acres. It's also one of the country's only female-owned and operated maple farms.
So this property has historically been a farm for over 200 years. So it's kind of great to be a part of the transition of it.
Nicole Bentler is from the Poconos and relocated to Florida. About 7 years ago, she was searching for a small summer home in her hometown and came across this property.
This kind of fell into our laps, and I sent it to the family, and I was like, this would be really cool, and as like more of like a joke. And they were like, no, let's go and check it out. And you know, here we are 7 years later.
Over time, she hired a dedicated team to bring the property to its full potential and decided to share her home with the public. Gabe Sturr is part of the crew, bringing sap from tree to table.
We tap out between 22 and 25,000 trees, where fortunately here we have all the sap that we collect come to us here in the sugar shack. So with that, we have about 330 miles of tubing that connect each tree. Tubing actually has vacuum, which helps pull the sap towards us. So it all collects here in these tanks in this sugar shack.
Between February and April, you can book a walking tour to this very sugar shack to observe the operation.
We have a lot of people that come in from Philly and New York City that never get a chance to experience something like this. A lot of times we get different groups that are, you know, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, or kid groups that don't know where maple syrup comes from. So for them to see the whole process is really fun and interesting for them as well.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There are always new projects happening at the farm. One of the largest ventures, bringing maple water to the masses.
It's basically nature's Gatorade. It's one of the cleanest sources of water you can actually get on the planet because it's filtered by the tree itself.
Pocono Mountain Maple offers experiences by season, including apple picking in the orchard, yoga at the boathouse, picnics along Lake Russell, and maple dinners on the farm. Plus, 6 cabins on site are perfect for large gatherings and events like family reunions.
We're one of Pocono's only exclusive campgrounds where you can actually rent the entire campground all by itself.
One woman reconnecting with her roots and planting an agricultural legacy for all to enjoy. Back here at the tasting, we're ending things in a sweet way with some locally made maple-infused truffles. Thanks, Lori.
You're welcome.
I'm Brianna Strunk with the Pocono Television Network.
Where healing meets relaxation. Coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
Mom, I did it! Actually, it's Jim Hamlin. We have a lot of other award winners that we want to feature here on Pocono Mountains Magazine because, of course, it is award season. Check out their great acceptance speeches coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
Since its inception, the Temple St. Luke's School of Medicine has focused on cultivating local talent. Training medical students in the Lehigh Valley has significant long-term benefits for our region's healthcare. Our medical students learn here, stay here, and establish practices here, becoming a true community asset. Start here and train with the next generation of healthcare providers for our region. Start here, grow here, thrive here.
The Pocono Mountains is your family. Our variety of attractions will fit your budget. See what we mean? Something for everyone. You know your next memories are here. Visit PoconoMountains.com. In today's fast-paced world, taking care of the mind and body is essential, and sometimes we forget about ourselves. Join me here at Alchemy Lounge while I explore the unique treatments they offer that will help you find balance and enhance your well-being. I'm here with Bri Dee, owner of Alchemy Lounge. Bri Dee, tell me about the treatments that you offer and the benefits behind each one.
So the main service we have at Alchemy Lounge is a salt room with over 3,000 pounds of pink Himalayan salt on the floor. We also have pharmaceutical grade sodium chloride being pumped into the room that you get to breathe and get on your skin. It's great for clearing out your lungs and improving your skin condition. You can lay right in the salt and get the pink Himalayan salt on your skin. It's got 84 different minerals in it, which is really good for your skin. You can sit in a zero gravity chair, and we've got a Himalayan salt rock campfire for you, and that's kind of fun. And you can kick back, relax in really dim lighting with some music. The infrared sauna is combined with salt therapy, also known as halotherapy. And we also have chromotherapy in that booth. And you can pick from 12 different colors of lighting. The chromotherapy is medical grade, which means that there are specific wavelengths that have effects on the body. So you can know what those are, or you don't have to. If you just find a color that you feel great in, well then sit in that color. That's great. I love the blue. That's my favorite. Or you can do the Vitality booth. The Vitality booth is red light therapy combined with near infrared and salt therapy, all combined into that booth. Red light therapy is great for boosting collagen production and helping reduce fine lines and wrinkles. That is its primary use, but it can also help with muscle recovery after workouts.
Can you tell me about the sound healing? That sounds interesting.
So the type of sound healing that I practice incorporates traditional Chinese medicine, and if you know anything about acupuncture, that would give you a lot of background of how we use the tuning forks. So the tuning forks are placed on acupressure points, and when the tuning forks are activated and they vibrate, they send those vibrations through the body through pathways known as meridians or extraordinary vessels. So we can clear blockages and help someone relax and potentially help reduce symptoms of other conditions.
Bri Dee, besides all the treatments that you offer on a daily basis, I know you said you offer some other things.
Sure, we have classes on a regular basis each week, such as yoga on Monday nights and some other classes during the week. We have Tai Chi and meditation. We also have workshops.
So if people want to check out that information on events and classes, where can they find that?
The best place to find out about it is our Facebook page. You can find out about the most recent or current events. You can also take a look at our website at www.alchemyloungepa.com.
When I walked in, I saw some really cool things out front. Can you tell me about that?
Sure, we have lots of unique salt lamps. The other products that we have are mostly locally made. We have goat milk soap, and we have some magnesium sprays and other, roll-on fragrances. We also have some candles made by a local person as well.
Bri Dee, thank you so much for having me today. It was such an amazing experience.
You're welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
I feel very relaxed. Thank you for coming along for a little self-care. It was definitely a reminder for me, and I hope it was for you, to take some time for ourselves. Come visit Alchemy Lounge, where healing meets relaxation. I'm Deanna Fontanez with the Pocono Television Network.
Well, folks, it's award season, and the Pocono Mountains is home to numerous award winners on the local and national level for everything from hospitality and service to craft beer and marketing the destination. So we wanted to give some of those award winners an opportunity to give an acceptance speech here at the historic Sherman Theater in downtown Stroudsburg, to take some pride in all that these folks do to make the Poconos what it is.
Wow, thank you so much. You know, these first couple months and this first year here with the Swiftwater has been absolutely tremendous. Between the AAA 4 Diamond, Newcomer of the Year from the PRLA, and just many other awards based on construction, service, interior design. We just are so thankful for our team, the dedication and the unwavering support from the community. And we wanted to build this hotel to elevate the Pocono Mountains and really draw attention to how amazing our home is. So thank you very much.
Oh man, what an incredible and an award-winning year for Walpolpack Brewing Company.
Yeah, it's been a phenomenal year for us. We're so excited to accept all of these awards on behalf of everyone that works so hard for us day in and day out at the brewery.
Starting with our first ever World Beer Cup for our Belgian Golden Strong Kroon, we follow that up by double dipping with a Great American Beer Festival gold medal.
It's been an amazing year for us here in the Poconos, and we can't help but thank everyone that's gotten us here. Our amazing customers in the brew pub supporting us day in and day out, our phenomenal workers all throughout the company, and of course just calling the Poconos our home and all the amazing resources we have here that go into our beer every day.
Cheers.
Wow, this is like a dream come true. I'm Genevieve Reese, here to represent the French Manor Inn and Spa. I would be remiss if I didn't start by thanking my parents, Ron and Mary Kay, my sister, Bridget Weber. It's a family business. We've had the French Manor since 1990, and we've been receiving these 4 Diamond Awards for 21 years now, since 2003. And we couldn't do it without our capable staff. We have a fabulous chef, Keegan Marchand, my assistant manager, Chris Jordan. I can't thank everyone today, but we wouldn't be here today without all of our guests that have been faithfully coming to see us since 1990, and we look forward to many years to come. Thank you, and we will continue to be getting those 4 diamonds, so come see us.
How do you inspire people to wake up every day and vote for you as the #1 retreat center in the United States? You provide the best service, and you embrace them like nobody else can. On behalf of the staff and the teams of the Himalayan Institute, it's an honor to accept this award as the #1 yoga retreat center in the United States. Our commitment to providing the best service is what makes us great, and it's echoed by every destination location throughout the Pocono Mountains. And I'm thrilled that we were recognized as the best of the best. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Steve Rosato with Milford Hospitality Group, and we are extremely proud to have been considered for the Heritage Tourism Award with the Route 6 PA Alliance. And you know, as I think through it, it's so fitting that we were considered for this, and we've strived so hard to achieve this type of consideration, given the historic boutique lifestyle hotels and restaurants that we own and operate in the town of Milford. I just want to thank everybody that works with us, not for us, to achieve this incredible goal. So again, thank you so much for considering us for this award. Extremely proud, and we're going to continue to make memories and experiences in the town of Milford.
Hi, I'm Terry Lutz, Regional Vice President of Marketing for Camelback and Blue Mountain Resorts. I am truly honored to be the recipient of this year's 2024/25 HSMAI Extraordinary Minds in Sales, Marketing, and Revenue. It is an amazing achievement for me, coming from sales, marketing, and everything hospitality. To get to this point in my career has truly been a blessing, and I couldn't have done it without my faithful team.
Hi everybody, I'm sorry I can't be with you today to accept the Magellan Award on behalf of PTN, but I want to tell you a couple of cool things about PTN. Since we've started it, I guess it's been about 6 to 7 years now, we're in close to 10 million homes and outreach to about 25 million people between cable, over the air, and online. So really, really proud of the network. Our folks are doing an incredible job. So we owe any type of award or recognition to them, and we are grateful that they're able to tell great stories about the Pocono Mountains. Thank you.
From grain to growler, the Poconos has some of the best in the brew biz. Meet Barley Creek's biggest fan and champion, Trip. That's coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
At East Stroudsburg University, you will study with cutting-edge technology. You can perform in the classroom, field, or stage. You'll get involved on campus and off. You can have fun preparing for your future.
The headlines are heart-wrenching. Crews recover body of missing swimmer. Drowning victim did not wear a life jacket. You don't think it can happen to you. The river looks calm, but the current is a killer if you don't wear a life jacket. Swimming, floating, fishing, boating, wear it. The life you save could be yours. Don't fall victim to drowning. Wear a life jacket.
The Swiftwater. The name is classic Poconos. Upon arrival, you realize this is hospitality you've never experienced. The feeling of chic, rustic elegance surrounds you. High-touch concierge service makes sure your stay is memorable. Enjoy crafted cocktails and savor rich flavors of the Poconos.
Find out what everyone in the Pocono Mountains is talking about at the beautiful Swiftwater. It's all part of visiting Pennsylvania, the great American getaway.
Now you've got the Poconos in the palm of your hand.
For places to stay and shop.
And stories about the Pocono Mountains.
Go to PocoNoTelevision.com to download the app and get the information you need for your visit with us.
Almost every weekend and every summer vacation was spent either Pocono Manor or Buck Hill Falls. Since I can remember, I worked at Mount Airy Lodge. I kind of worked at Daniel's Top of the Poconos. I worked at Buck Hill Falls, and it's fascinating to think there were so many opportunities in the Poconos to learn hospitality.
The Pocono Mountains is the birthplace to a Pocono wonderland of untold pleasure.
Winter in the Poconos, clear and crisp.
Called the land of the waterfall.
A recipe for romance.
So yeah, welcome to the delivery entrance for the malt delivery entrance for the Coca-Cola products, the delivery entrance for just about everything. And that's my front sign. That front sign back in the beginning of time actually won a Chamber of Commerce award because it's handcrafted. One of the big changing moments of my life was being asked by my dad, you sure you want to go to college? Because you'd save me a lot of money if you didn't. And I assured him I wanted to go to college, and sure enough, I did. I had a major in business and a minor in English, and I decided, my English isn't that great, so I married someone who majored in English and minored in business. Eileen Ruvane, my better half, Eileen McKeegan, I met, believe it or not, at a foosball table at a bar. I think our first date was a party that I was organizing at my fraternity house. As soon as she got there, she and I worked the bar. We literally were bartending the whole night. So I knew that she had a good sense of humor, and she was willing to put up with this. Then I took a little bit of a detour, and I became a banker. And I was in New York Mining and Metals. I learned quite a bit about back office banks. I learned quite a bit about marketing, and I always wanted to do that here in Northeast PA. And when I started thinking about, okay, what businesses would work, it reminded me of a fraternity brother, Eddie Stebbins. And Eddie opened up Gritty McDuff's, which is the first brew pub in Portland, Maine. And I said, Eddie, I'd really like to do what you're doing. So Eddie was very instrumental and kind. He lent me his business plan. And Eileen and I together put together a business plan. We went out, raised money, and in 1995, Barley Creek was the first brew pub in Northeast Pennsylvania since Prohibition. This is the main building. This is where it kind of all began. This was the bankrupt piece of property that we built from scratch. Literally took a building down by hand and then stick by stick rebuilt it. I think my personality kind of comes through with this building. And so I love, from a hospitality perspective, asking the chef, what's the most important thing of Barley Creek? And the chef's going to say the food. And then, you know, you talk to the brewer or the distiller and say, what's the best thing about Barley Creek? And they're going to say the beverages, the beer. You talk to, you know, your Lynn or any one of my floor managers, what's the best thing about Barley Creek? And they're going to say, the service. But I'm going to throw one more in there, and that's atmosphere. And the atmosphere is what I like to create. I want to create an atmosphere where people walk in and say, wow, that's a post and beam timber frame, and those joints are within a 1/16 of an inch tolerance. And they are. Now, you're filming right now in our barn, which is the 103 Camelback Road. This is the barn that was part of that farmhouse. Right now, we're using it for meetings, we're using it for training seminars, we're using it for coaching, we're using it for all sorts of things other than what I think it's going to be great at, and that's a catering venue. One of the things entrepreneurs need more than anything are operators. I found a fantastic one, a great one, Stephanie Rath.
When I first started working for the company, we were primarily focused at the main location. So sometimes we call it mothership, we call it 1774, but the main brewery and restaurant was what existed with the company then. And since then, we've actually grown out our pint-sized park. It's now a turf wiffle ball field. We have cornhole, pickleball, ping pong, multiple different games up on our pint-sized park, and it has a full operating bar, a seasonal kitchen at it. Our catering capacity has probably quadrupled from what we were. We now cater on and off our own premise. We have a mobile Airstream bar. We have the distillery that got added to us in 2017. We expanded out down the road into the tap room, which is in the Pocono Premium Outlets now. And that's kind of a offshoot satellite location for us. It has a smaller scale menu to what we offer at the main location, but the ability to showcase our spirits and our products and other Pennsylvania produced products. And then the most recent is we've added a deli as well at the 1818 Deli and Catering. So we now operate the 3 food facilities or food and beverage facilities in addition to the main restaurant. But we also have a pair of short-term rentals with the distillery. We are really excited that we have the ability to continually make creative different products. So a lot of people have a vodka, have a rum, have a tequila out there. But we have some different products. We have a bacon vodka, which really, sole purpose in life, that bacon vodka is for a Bloody Mary. How I got started working at Barley Creek was I was actually in my early college days, and I was started by just looking for a job. Everyone around me mentioned Barley Creek. They said, you know, busy place, good to work. I was coming in, entry-level hospitality server, and that was enough to make me be like, you know, let's apply, let's give this a go. I'm just looking for a job. Once you got inside that job, you realized that the company was more than just coming into a hospitality job, and you got to experience that it was more run like a family, and it was a family business, but it was more thought of as the caring about the employee and the pathway there, and that it wasn't just a restaurant. There was always something creative and different going on. That family atmosphere, the investment in the employee, truly is more something that was bred through Tripp and shows his style as a leader. One of my challenging moments here is I was here and I'd got notice of some moments in my personal life that were going to come up that, you know, was going to really shake it, and it probably was going to change what I was capable of working. It might have changed a lot, and his first question to me was, well, what is your concern? And I was like, insurance. I have 3 kids. I don't know. And he's like, good, we got that. Now it's the next concern. Like it was probably one of the first times I had worked for somebody who truly demonstrated. That's a lot to say, people first, people first, people first. He acts people first, people first, people first. His ability is usually to challenge. So he will challenge you to the best of your ability. and make sure that you're growing and that while you're growing, your confidence is being boosted. And he'll bring his entrepreneurship energy to you and allow you to embrace that in yourself to continue to grow and prove what you're capable of doing, because everybody wins in that aspect.
I go back to, this question that I've asked a couple of my favorite people, my mentors. I said, hey, who do you think the biggest philanthropic contributor is in St. Louis, Missouri? I always get a kick out of, it doesn't take that long because I'm a brewer. Oh, Budweiser. They're the biggest philanthropic contributor in St. Louis. I would like to be considered one of the, better community members from a, give back to the community. And there's a really easy way to do that. Make a good product and have other people support that good product. And then have some fun growing it, and then have some fun making sure that the community knows that we appreciate the support.
What a great story from one of the many great breweries right here in the Poconos on the Pocono Beverage Trail. And from the taps to the trails, including the ones right here at Blue Mountain and the other 6 ski resorts across the Pocono Mountains, we hope you enjoy winter here and all the outdoor fun.
Yeah. For skiing, snowboarding, and of course, snow tubing, go to PoconoMountains.com for everything there is to do this season.
Thanks for joining us for the February episode of Pocono Mountains Magazine. We'll see you again next month, and until then, stay warm.